Hey y'all, how you doing? Y'all, we back. And we back with another reaction. Now y'all, these are my opinion and not necessarily facts. This is for entertaining, criticism, commenting, and educating purposes. Why is YNW MELLY Mastermind winning against JUVY and SAK-CHASER? It seems like everybody forgot that 2 young men' death was involved around their own friend, and nobody seems to care. We know for a fact that 2 young boys who lost their life around their childhood friend ain't just disappeared and got shot by a ghost. We know that much. And that much should be respectful for these 2 young boys. It's not no free Melly. It's not no let Melly out of jail. Melly needs to tell why he didn't go down there to the hospital and support his friends. That's what YNW MELLY needs to do. Why didn't he go down there to the court with his best friend to when something happened to his friends? These his childhood friends. Why didn't he go to the hospital with his buddy when his friends was all shot up in a car without a bullet touching neither one of them? At least he could have went down to the hospital. But y'all acting like Juvie and SAK-CHASER was shot by ghosts, a drive-by ghost. Now these young men need justice. And it's about time for y'all people to act like these people's lives shouldn't be, they should be living out, making their own decision whether they want to still continue rapping or not. And like I said earlier in my content, these are my opinions and not necessarily facts. Now I know today I'm going to give y'all an update on YNW MELLY appeal. I'm sorry. I'm kind of upset, y'all. Appeal. And then we're going to look at a section that indicates that I want to revisit with my subscribers and my members only. You are welcome, and please be respectful and stay on topic in the chat. We are on topic. If you want to talk about something else, you have to go somewhere else and talk about it. But right now, my focus today, this morning, on Sunday morning, is why is YNW MELLY Mastermind winning against JUVY and SAK-CHASER death? And I want somebody to answer that question for me. Why is YNW MELLY Mastermind winning against JUVY and SAK-CHASER death? Bad enough he didn't go to the funeral. Bad enough he came around them dancing. Bad enough they're not here. But we just gonna act like they was underlined by ghosts. It was a drive-by ghost that took these 2 young men, 2 black brothers, out of their misery. Let's just pretend that they shot themselves up in the car. I am so sick and tired of looking at free Melly, free Melly, Free Melly. Let Melly go. He ain't do nothing. Free Melly. Free Melly. But nobody's saying justice for Juvy and justice for SAK-CHASER. At least Borland went to the hospital all crazy. At least he went and did his role. At least he went in there and ran like he didn't know what happened. At least he had common sense to do that. But where your buddy at, Borland? You still don't get away with me because you still ain't told what happened. You know what you saw. You know who was involved. You know, y'all know y'all plot this whole thing up. This is not even real. You know it was a setup. You knew that. Come on, SAK-CHASER. Not SAK-CHASER. That's who I want to get justice. Come on, Borland. You saw the whole thing. You knew these people of Borland. Allegedly, you're gonna take somebody gonna talk. Allegedly, somebody going to talk. And it ain't gonna be me. And I know definitely it ain't gonna be Melly. And I'm gonna tell y'all something important. That tampering got to lose against Melly. If it doesn't, it's gonna make the trial look ugly. Now I'm here for the justice for Juvy and SAK-CHASER. That's who I'm here for. But right now we're gonna talk about this appeal. We're gonna talk about this. What we're gonna do? We're gonna talk about this right now. Appears in court. Let's talk about YNW MELLY appeared in court. Hold on, we go. Take this up. All right, y'all, let me see what's wrong with this video. Let me see. Try it again, okay? Let me try the video again. Okay, what I do? Let me take this down. Hold on, yeah. Jason, come on now. I'm trying to not block you. I really am. I'm trying not to block you, okay? But since you want to do that, I'm just gonna do this, okay? I don't know what's wrong with y'all grown men. I'm trying to cover another case. I am not studying this case right now and go somewhere else and play. I don't. Okay, let's see. Let me see why this video not playing right here, y'all. Okay, so what we'll do is come back to this video. We'll go ahead and start with this video right here. We'll go ahead and start with this video right here. Y'all, when y'all come in the chat, stay on top of it, okay? Y'all ain't the only one on my channel. I got other people watching. So this part uh, of the content that I really want y'all to listen to. So what we're going to watch now is this part of the content that I want y'all to watch, okay? And I want y'all to check the people out in the courtroom. They walking around like nothing happened. Nothing happened to SAK-CHASER JUVY. That's what they acting like. They just walking around laughing like ain't nobody been murdered. Nobody been assassinated. Just check it out, y'all. Just check it out for a minute. Everybody laughing in court, whispering, smiling. Ain't nothing funny right now. Ain't nothing funny in this courtroom right now. Nobody should be laughing. Nobody should be smiling. Let's get justice for, and they getting high five and looking at the prosecutor, Melly cheesing, laughing. Ain't nobody serious about what happened to these boys. It's really, it irritates my skin. It really shows some kind of empathy about what happened. Don't look at the family and smile. That ain't cute at all. Y'all need to stop. I mean, it just, people don't forget how to act like adults to me. Ain't nothing funny. Ain't nothing funny in this trial. Nothing funny. A young two boys lost their life, and somebody should be showing some kind of empathy for them. I mean, come on, be respectful some kind of way, y'all. Some type of way. Ain't nothing funny. Looking at nobody's family when they don't lost a son or a child and smile in their face. That it's nothing cute about that. And that was if my child was on in court and they accuse him of shooting somebody, I tell him I stop all that smiling because ain't nothing funny. Showing every teeth he got. Ain't nothing funny. And then he's shaking his head like, yeah, that's the jury supposed to be taking up for me. I will at least show some kind of empathy for the family. I won't be showing my teeth and smiling out in court. I'll be looking like I really care about the about my buddies being. Sometimes when you show empathy for people, you can get off of stuff. But I mean, this is something serious, y'all. This is serious. Two childhood friends, and see that's why I don't hang with people. I got one best friend. That's why I don't fool with people because they'll turn on you like that. Now I'll be showing these are my childhood friends. Nothing. I shouldn't be smiling or nothing. I should want them to get justice, or who did this to my friend. Because I don't see nothing to be smiling about in no court like we having a party. Let me skip this. And the court's just getting on my nerve. It really is. This. Hold on, yeah, let me skip it. Hold on for 1 second, y'all. Hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. Hold on. 1 second. Hold on. Oh yeah, okay. I moved it. Okay. Just this the part. This is what I want y'all to see. I didn't want y'all to see that. I don't even know how I got there. Hold on, y'all. Let me see how y'all looking. Hold on. I want to see something. Hold on, y'all. I just want to see something right quick. Okay, yeah, y'all see it. I want to make sure y'all can see. Wait, hold on. Okay. Let me see. Make sure y'all can see the live. Okay.
contact with the defendant, in this case, Mel Dennis. So I'm going to start and go through when you're documenting the scene at the hospital. How do you do that?
Again, first starts with speaking with the detective or officer that's there to kind of confirm the case. Then from there, start with photography. Then we also photographing the scene, photographing important information and or evidence, documenting the notes, so taking notes as far as address, other pertinent information, and then also if there's collection of evidence, just making sure that you document what evidence you're collecting and transporting it.
In terms of the number of photographs that you take, I'm not asking you exactly how many, but how is it voluminous? Using a bunch of them?
So, yes.
Is there any particular pattern that you do when you're taking these photographs?
Yes. So we start with overalls. So that just includes an overall depiction of the scene to include again addresses or any type of location information that there is there. Then we move into mid-ranges. So if there's any specific mid-ranges that ties what you're focusing on in your scene to specific pieces of evidence, you start there. And then if there is something that needs a close-up photograph, then move into close-ups.
And you follow that same process whether you're documenting a person, a place, or a thing?
That is correct.
In this case, you mentioned collecting evidence. Can you describe to ladies and gentlemen what you do when you're collecting a piece of evidence?
When you're collecting a piece of evidence, you start initially by documenting it with notes, and then from there photographing it, and then if there's specific photographing it in that same sequence. So overall is where it's located, mid-range, and then close-ups. After that, then collected and bagged appropriately to be transported from the scene.
Okay, so I want to go back now. You're collecting it. What do you do to ensure there's no contamination of the evidence?
So we always make sure to have PPE, personal protection equipment. So that includes things like gloves, masks, face masks if needed, a tie-bed suit, which would be kind of like a coverall suit to protect your clothing and or to protect the specific pieces of evidence to contaminate with the items on your clothing. And so then from there, we would back up to specific pieces of bagging materials, like paper, plastic.
So just to agree, is there a reason why paper bags are used for plastic bags are used?
Yes, so we use paper because it's a porous material, a breathable material. Any type of biohazard evidence that you're collecting should be in a porous material, type of paper material so that it can breathe, so that it's not contaminated with mold or other bacterial items.
So items are damp, or moist, or wet anyway. How do you deal with this in my scene?
Yep, so we do have sterilized dryers. So any type of items that are wet at the time, we can transport them in that paper, that breathable material, and then from there it goes over to our drying chamber to dry.
After they are drying, do you package them again?
Correct. After they're dry, they are packaged in that paper material.
And with regards to our courtroom presentation, are there occasions in which clothing is placed between clear plastic to make it easier to handle and deal with and work?
Correct.
So I'm going to start. I'm going to approach here and approach. Yes. The first step you take is documenting through photographs. When you arrive at the scene for this case, and then you know what's on this 137, you take photographs of the deceased as you go. Yes, sir. Your Honor, permission to approach?
Yes, Councilman.
Ms. Crowe, if you take a look at the previously marked, this states age. For identification purposes, it's a USB and a collection of photographs. Prior to coming into court today, you have the opportunity to review the contents of that USB and the photographs that are attached.
Yes, sir.
Are the photographs a fair and accurate representation of what is on the USB device?
Yes, it is.
Do those photographs really accurately represent documentation related to individuals who were deceased on October 26, 2018 at the hospital?
Yes, it is.
At this time, the state of the state's age into evidence as a composite of 45 photos and 1 USB.
Is there any objection? No objection. To the photos. I sent them a USB is exactly what the photographs are.
That's correct. That's public comment. So I'm going to start with first photograph here. What are we looking at in this image?
It's our photo template.
What is its purpose?
Documents what's the photographic provides necessary identified information as in photos, date, time, case number, location, and what the incidents and records.
Okay. I'm going to start with the folder that is sub-labeled Anthony Williams. Did you have the opportunity to document the deceased who later became known to you as Anthony Williams?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to start with labeled as image 2. What are we looking at here?
That's the room plate number at the hospital that I responded to.
Was there an officer that was standing outside of this room?
Yes, it was.
Was anyone allowed into this room prior to your arrival for documentation purposes?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Next photo, what are we looking at?
That is the photograph of the wristband that was on the deceased.
And the date of birth, January 1st of 1880, and 138 years old. Can you describe to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what it says on there and what is a trauma bracelet? Can you describe what it says, what the name was assigned to the individual?
Chocolate, comma, anonymous.
The second photo, what do you see here?
That is an overall photograph of the deceased.
Why do you take an overall photograph?
It goes back to our initial documentation of how we process each scene. We start with the overall to gather as much information as we can about what we're observing, and then to specific areas.
On to the next photograph, what are we looking at here?
It's a close-up of the deceased face.
Okay. Is there items of jewelry that are visible in this photograph?
Yes, it is.
Now, starting with on the ears, is there jewelry that is in the deceased ear clothes?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Is there, we'll move on to the necklace and a different one. Going on to the next photo, what are we looking at?
Again, another close-up of the deceased face. facing photo of the deceased. So back a minute.
Do you do anything to clean up the deceased?
No, we do not.
The plastic bags inside the paper bags, what are those?
So that contains various clothing items and personal belongings to the deceased.
Is this what you're talking about before you get to the drying chamber?
That's correct.
Is this packaging from the hospital or from your mark?
It's from the hospital.
What are we looking at this particular image?
So it's a GSR kit, gunshot residue kit.
And was this performed on Anthony Williams?
Yes, it was.
And now more close up of this GSR kit. What can you tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury about the red staining that is showing up?
Yes. So the red staining contains various debris as well as the blood that is found on the deceased or on the area that we use to swab or test.
What is the purpose of the gunshot residue testing?
Yes. So the purpose of the test kit is to determine if there is some type of gunshot residue on the specific item, whether it's an individual or a specific piece of evidence that you're testing.
And the specific name of the gunshot residue test that's being done is what?
Friend info.
What was the result of this gunshot residue testing?
It's in presence of GSR.
So going now to the images under the subfolder Christopher Thomas, starting with image number 34. What are we looking at here?
So again, a photo of the room number at the hospital.
The next photo that is here, is this an establishing shot?
Yes, it is an overall.
The black box that's put on there for modesty, was that done by you?
No, it's not. No.
When you take the photo, how is the bottom?
As it's received.
Okay. Do you document the same, like we discussed prior?
Yes. So it starts all over again. Doing the overalls, then into the image.
Next photo?
So it's a close-up of the deceased.
Does anyone assist you in locating areas or wounds, scars, marks, tattoos?
Yes, so there's other investigators out there, or crisis technicians out there, as well as other medical staff, nurses, or any next photo. So a close-up observe. Moving again to the next photo, what area of the body are we looking at here? This is the chest, so chest or abdomen. And so if you could just circle on the screen and use the pointer to indicate where's the arm versus where's the chest. So arm and then chest. Moving on to the image here, what extremity are we looking at? So the inner thigh. And which leg? Right. Again, close up of that same next photo. Correct. Going to the photo that we're looking at here. Is someone assisting you in moving the body? One of the members. And what are you documenting in this photo? So documenting the rear or the back of the deceased with and just to agree, at the time you're looking at this individual, you're already seeing the Jeep that's outside? So going to next photo, what are we looking at in this one? So the lower extremities, the rear lower extremities of deceased. Here, so I want to make sure it's clear what area have we moved back up to on the body in this photo. Yes, so the back of the deceased. Have you done any sort of cleaning or making it easier to see in any way, shape, or form of the body at this point? No, I have not. When we're looking at this photo, so that is on a close-up of injuries or wounds on the arm. So I'm just going to go back one. So is that what you call the mid-range shot, and then going forward again, close-up? Correct. Okay. And what are we looking here near the elbow? Yes. And then going to this on the side. What the last image you talked about on the inner right side, where's this defect that we're looking at in comparison to that one? It's the outer right side. Going to this photo here, what are we looking at here? So the back side of the deceased. Okay. Now in this photo, a close-up of that same back side of the deceased. And again, this again on the right upper back of the deceased. Next photo, what is this showing? Some type of injury or defect underneath the underarm deceased. The defects, for the purposes of this, is someone holding the victim's arm in an upward position? Yes. Okay. Next photograph, what are we looking at? Some belongings, various belongings to the deceased. Did you do the same GSR testing to Mr. Thomas's hands? Yes, I did. And with regards to that, were there any results on that? No. The results were negative. Can you describe to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury how you do the GSR testing on the deceased hands? Yes. So with the assistance of hospital staff, just have them hold their hands out as best way that you can. Using that kit, again, don't want to put it on PPE, some type of protection equipment, gloves, or some type of mask. Opening the kit up itself from the sterilized package, using that, it's one of the swab or a cotton pad to which we rub against the individual's hand or whatever the object that we're testing for GSR. Rub that for about 15 to 30 seconds to collect whatever we can on that cotton swab. And then from there, the
sure. Let me admit.
Wait, right there. Really good.
What numbers right now?
Spread it out, per se, so it's folded and coated, so that you can try it fresh. And last, that was the initial original packaging. That's did not the initial original packaging until the end of the yes, sir. And did not have your name, right, face number, and seal on it. That's correct. When you are documenting on the outside of these packaging items, are you using a photo marker on them? And why do you put the photo marker on there? So visually allows some type of visual documentation, so it's easy to see what I'm looking at. Okay. As well as to identify that specific piece. Trying to identify this now. Unless you're graduating with the previously referenced states now for identification purposes only. said that. So moving on, I'm gonna go to Christopher Thomas as well. What that is from his person. So having this open one more on the packaging.
We have no objection. What's the exhibit number?
And $7.
Council, the previous remark states are. Yes, we refer to recognize this item.
Yes, I do.
And marker states are identification purposes. What is that?
It's a currency that built the currency from the item shown second.
Is it the same as potentially same condition of being collected it on the day of processing?
Yes, it is.
Is it sealed with your name and ID still?
Yes, it is.
Is it verified by another individual as to the amount of the currency?
Yes, it is.
Are in.
No, sorry. Next series, what's that? States are, will be part of states. 18.
On to what's been labeled here as states. Your Miramar item I previously admitted into evidence. The boxers and the two dogs.
That is correct.
Is this how you found them?
Yes.
Do you do any of the cutting of them when you receive them?
No, I do not.
Do you know who does?
Generally, medical staff.
What's item J?
Your drug jacket that was provided by medical staff of the deceased or of the deceased.
With regards to this next photo of item J, there is an arrow indicating a circular area. Are you able to tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury if that is or is not a distressed portion of the jacket or is some sort of bullet defect?
Based on my experience in training, it appears to be something similar to political.
Okay. With regards to the arrows, is that where you're putting those on there?
That is correct.
Moving on to the back of item J, is that how it looks when you collected it?
That is correct.
Based on your training and experience as a crime scene investigator, does the appearance of blood change over time as it's stored in evidence?
That is correct.
That's still the same jacket that we have in evidence.
That is correct.
Again, item J with the two arrows that you have on there,
That is correct.
are those two areas of interest that you identified?
Yes.
This is a close-up of the one item J. What can you tell about this particular item that makes you, based on your training experience, say that it's a bullet hole?
Besides the distress jeans, or I'm sorry, in the clothing, and Diana specific.
So going on to the black shirt that's been placed in evidence.
That is correct.
That's item K as you documented it. And the little letter K that you put on each of these photos. Why do you put it on the photos?
Because of the close-up, just to be able to identify that this particular close-up pertains to the overall item K.
Now looking at the other side of that same t-shirt.
Correct.
Again, how can you tell, or what based on your training experience will tell you that this is a bullet defect?
Based on the perforation inside the clothing itself, to include the diameter of the defect as well.
So with regards to Christopher Thomas's clothing, did you recover
to open this and publish it for the jury?
Copies
was taken with the truck.
And is this still under the same 18-10-0669 case number? And what date again was this done on?
November 21st.
The next photo, what are you showing here?
Location or establishing truck of where the scene is.
What direction are you facing in this photograph?
East and west. I'm sorry, south to north.
Hold on just 1 second. So you're saying you are facing east in this direction, west, and you're 27 would be behind you?
Yes, that is correct. East and west.
So for the purpose of further on pictures, the power lines that you see on the right side, that's the south side of the road,
That is correct.
and there are no power lines on the north side of the road.
That is correct.
You indicated that there were other investigators on scene as well.
That is correct.
Is this some of the canine officers you were discussing?
Correct.
So again, looking in an eastern direction, but now focusing on the south side of the road. Can you describe to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury some of the yellow and orange markers and what they're there for?
Yes. So the yellow and orange markers are there to help depict items that can't necessarily be seen as they are covered by shrubs and grass.
Now, moving on, what direction are you facing in this photograph here?
Facing towards the west.
And so at the end of this street here, what road is this?
On the end there is US 27. No.
The items that we see here, the flags, do they correspond with the photo marker or are they indicating something else?
So they may be corresponding with the, they have a photo marker next to it, but they depict the actual pieces of evidence.
So going on to this next photo, again with the power lines looking at the south side of the street, how many items did you indicate with photo markers on the south side of the street?
Yeah, this video is showing you a purpose for how the boys was alleged shot, okay? Because that's why she described the clothes first, and then she came back and she's showing y'all the position where it couldn't have happened this way. It didn't happen the way that it was alleged saying that it happened. So this is why I went back to this part of the video to describe the clothes and the scene.
So on the north side of the street, how many items did you indicate with photo markers? 3. Do they continue in sequential order?
Yes, they do.
1 through 7 is on the south side, 8, 9, and 10 on the north side.
Correct.
And showing 8, 9, and 10 on the north. So I'm going to go back to item number 1, back on the south side. Can you describe what we're looking at in this photo here with photo marker number 1?
Yes. So Quite a different texture on the record. It appears to be protected or a dark color.
Hey, good morning.
Moving on to photo
I'm
markers.
I'm live.
What is
I'm
the
a copy right
establishing
there.
shot for which four
I'm a
photo
copy right
markers? 4, 5, 6, and 7. No. Going to the close-up of photo marker number 4. What was the important item of evidence in this photo? Spin piece. Okay. There's a scale on each photo marker. Why is that? We're able to document the size of the specific item on the picture or that we're recommending. And are all of these items later on collected? Yes, they are. Going on to photo marker number 5. I'm going to start with the item to the left here. What is that? Spin piece. Okay. Moving over to the right of photo marker number 5. What is that? Spin piece. Did you collect both of those two spin casings? That is correct. And in terms of another view of these two casings on number 5, is that what we're looking at here? That is correct. Moving on to photo marker number 6. I'm going to get to the closer up one for photo marker number 6. I'm going to start with the one to the left. What is that? Spin casing. Is that the same one that was next to photo marker number 5? That's my knowledge. And to the right of photo marker number 6. Another spin casing. Going on to photo marker number 7. What are we looking at in photo marker number 7? Spin casing. Were all of these spin casings of the same caliber when you collected them? Yes, they were. Again, last photo here of number 7. Spin casing. Moving on to the north side of the street on 8, 9, and 10. What did you collect at photo marker number 8? Glass fragments. Is that a view of those glass fragments? Yes, it is. Moving on to photo marker number 9. What did you collect at this location? Glass fragments. Moving on to photo marker number 10. What did you collect at this location? Glass fragments. We're looking here now at one of the last 2 photos. What is this photo depicting? Measurement or a detector device, measurement device. And what is that measurement device? It measures distance. It's a yardstick or meter stick. So I'm going to go through now with those items that were collected.
Yeah, I think that the prosecution, she did an awesome job of her purposes for her demonstration. I think she did an awesome job for the jury of part 5. I think she did an awesome job. But let's see what the defense would do on this portion of the case of the trial. See, Melly shouldn't be doing all of that. Whatever you doing, I'll be, for my friends to be assassinated like that, by an alleged drive-by, I be feeling so sad for them and trying to find the people who did this to my childhood friend. But they let you know that you really not a childhood friend if you don't have no sympathy for your own buddies. So y'all need to watch y'all back for those who say they got good childhood friends. This is no way nobody should be cheesing in this case. Two young boys, 18, 118, 19, whatever, uh not wasn't didn't have a chance to live their life, and they are somebody child. I'm not gonna feel sorry for nobody, not until these boys get justice. And like I said, I would try to help find who did this to my childhood friend, who murdered assassinated my childhood friend, unless I was involved. And I know their family is in the courtroom with me. I wouldn't be smiling and cheesing and laughing and being happy and stuff. I'd be like, God, Lee, shaking my head like, God, Lee, on shaking my head like this don't make no sense. Not glad to see my mom or nothing like that, because my mama gonna sit by me. I'm just talking about my childhood friend. Why y'all do this to them? I just don't understand people these days. They don't have sympathy for the unalive people. He ain't even think about JUVY and SAK-CHASER. I know one thing. I definitely want justice for JUVY and SAK-CHASER.
On November 21st of 2018. That is correct. What does that title consist of? Less charges, all of the less except for tampons. Are there 5 samples of glass fragments that are in that container? That is correct. That you recognize your seal, 19 number, as time we on that. With regards to that, is there anything else on there that was not on there when you last sealed it? Yes, there is. The yellow sticker here, do you recognize that? No, I do not. Here on this time, the state requesting of WN.
Yes. Right.
case number that's on there as well as the number marker.
So the case number identifies, it's in reference to the same case that these items were collected. In regards to the item number pertains to the photo marker that was in the photographs.
Prior to photographing and processing these on November 27th of 2018, did you do an in-back filter?
Yes, sir.
Can you explain to ladies and gentlemen of the jury what is an in-back filter?
So an impact filter is used to collect any type of DNA or any additional information utilizing a test impact, the impact system itself uses a filtered item. So any type of DNA that is collected off of the item that's being tested is filtered and put onto a filter that is then tested and sent out to a lab.
And so, Investigator Craig, do you have training and experience on when it is appropriate to try and collect DNA from items?
That's correct.
In this instance, did you walk the jury through the process of how you did the in-back filter collection?
With the assistance of the additional privacy technicians, after collecting the item itself, it is then submerged in distilled water. A machine then spins the item. In this case, it was the spin casing. It spins the item. The water then absorbs whatever that DNA or whatever particles are on the item that's within the water. And then after that, that water is then kind of like a cotton swab or a cotton ball that the remnants or whatever DNA or whatever additional items are filtered through that cotton ball and sent out to the lab to be analyzed.
Can you see the DNA on there when they cut? Do you know if it's successful or not? That's how you finish completing the filter. Going forward back to the photographs, you have a number 1 on here.
That's correct.
What does the number 1 correspond to with regards to the previous photographs you just looked at?
It corresponds to the yellow photo marker that was within the previous photograph.
You photographed each casing from all sides and angles.
Yes.
So that's item number 1. 3 photos did that. Now, so tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what item we're looking at now.
Spin casing, identified as photo marker number 4.
With regards to the writing that's on the back of each of these spent casings, were they all consistent with one another?
Yes, they were.
And what type of writing or markings were on each of these casings?
Laser 40 SW.
As a crime scene technician, what is a Blazer 40 S&W mean?
It refers to the caliber of the spin casing as well as the writing.
Moved on to item number 5 in these photographs.
Spin casing.
Were there more than one item at photo marker number 5?
Yes, there was.
Moving on to photo marker number 6.
Spin casing.
Again, was there more than one spent casing at photo marker number 6?
Yes, there was.
Moving on to photo marker number 7. What are you documenting in these photos?
Spin casing.
Moving on to photo marker number 2. What are you documenting in these photos?
Glass fragments.
Photo marker number 3.
Glass fragments.
Photo marker number 8. Now we're back on the north side of the room. Is my recollection correct on that?
That's correct.
Okay. And photo marker number 8.
Glass fragments.
Photo marker number 9.
Glass fragments.
And photo marker number 10.
Glass fragments.
So going forward after you photograph these, I want to go to your
have their own police department on the scene. And they are the same or substantially same condition as when you collected them on the October of 2018. Correct. Here, this time, the request to move states C in and deposit 3 items.
No. In the state positive 3. What's the number? State C is positive 3 items. Thank you. 25, you said?
And so, permission to publish state C.
Right.
Ms. Graves, please submit to open that and publish those items. A clear bottle cap, broccoli packaging with the black straw inside, and Florida identification card brand. And wherever those items found at the hospital. The items there, were they in the same condition? Yes, they are. With regards to what's the marked for identification as states AA, do you recognize that item? Yes, sir. What is that? The impact filter from the spin casings. Found it, this 27. And how do you recognize that? We've got markings, my writing, as well as my batch number and the date on seal. And is that in the same or substantially same condition as when you packaged it and processed it in November of 2008? Yes. Your consent to request from states AA and states 26.
No objection. No. No, sir. It'll be admitted.
States AA marked. So, Investigator Curry, with regard to suspect narcotics, if they are found, are those collected?
Yes, they are.
Did you collect any suspect narcotics in this case? That's my recollection. Is there anything that would refresh your recollection as to that?
Yes, my report.
If I can approach another copy of the copy receipt.
Sure.
Would that help in assisting you?
Yes.
Okay. Can you explain to ladies and gentlemen, the jury what is a property receipt?
Yes. So property receipt identifies the type of evidence or items that are obtained or collected.
Is that something you document at the time when you were collecting the items?
That is correct.
Looking at that property receipt, it refreshed his direction if you collected any suspect narcotics.
That is correct.
Did you collect any suspect narcotics from the person as Christopher Thomas?
Yes, I did.
And what was that?
Cannabis.
Okay. And that item, was it packaged?
Yes, it was.
Do you have the ability to test suspect narcotics at the Miramar Police Department?
Yes, we did.
In terms of, is it analysis for a chemical certainty or is it a presumptive test?
It's a presumptive test.
Additional testing for any such information as to what that substance was, what agency does that to your knowledge?
It's a doctor. Yes, so lab.
Okay, y'all. Give y'all my conclusion. Um, I would like to thank y'all for watching and supporting the channel. The main reason why I want to, my purpose for this video is to speak on the show that the prosecutor did show evidence, what the detective showed evidence and filters that impact the scene. She recognized, she packaged, the way she the packaged the material, and after she finished with all the material, she alleged said she burned, use a burn, let me make sure I say it right. Hold on, yeah. Some kind of burn unit they use to get rid of the evidence. Also, this is what the officer that conducted the investigation for the evidence. She went out to the scene, showed y'all where the casings, there was casings out of the car. And it looked like to me, y'all, to be honest with y'all, it looked like the casing was alleged planted to me. It looked like they plant the casing, but that's just my opinion. So she spent was speaking of the casings and recognized them and everything. So I think she did. This is the most important part to me of the trial, was part 5, and she did an awesome job. The prosecutor did an awesome job, and investigator did an awesome job. This part of the case. And y'all, in the purpose for this, one of the purpose too, I wanna give my condolences to YNW, JUVY, and SAK-CHASER, and I hope they family really get justice, because they need justice. These 2 boys was young, and y'all, and and it's just my opinion and not necessarily facts. I think that if this happened to my childhood friend, I would be up there, kind of sharing tears, and showing respect to the family while they in court. Because right now, this is not a moment time to be laughing and shout, laughing and grinning and nothing like that. This is to show empathy and seriousness, of caring that this happened to my childhood friends. But that's just my opinion. But thank y'all for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and Avalon members and everybody, get your membership, y'all. And thanks for watching. We'll be back later.